Hi, so this is part one of my side of the borderline. Um, I say again, please, I'm not educated in psychology or psychiatry or whatever you call those things. So I might not use the proper terminology. I might not, all my facts might not even be accurate in a way that, in a sense that I'm only saying things, I'm only telling things as I'm experiencing them, okay? So if I say that there's no such thing as a fish that makes its own coffee, that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means that, well, I've never seen it or heard of it. I don't think it exists, but I might be wrong. So that's what I'm trying to say. So just bear with me, okay? Uh, okay. So, borderline. A lot of people ask me, they don't know about borderline. And yeah, there's the clinical definition of it. But sometimes if I read the clinical definition, like on the internet or those things, even I'm not sure what that symptoms means. It's a bit what they call higher grade. Higher grade. Okay, anyway, I thought of borderline as in, let's say you use English grammar and you have singular and plural. One cat, many cats. If you see one cat, that means it's single. It's a singular verb, it's a cat. If you see many cats, it's plural. It's plural. I don't know how to say it. So, if borderline were to be a grammar term or whatever, it would not be singular, but it would also not be plural. So, there would not be one cat, but there would also not be more than one cat. So, if it doesn't make sense to you, welcome to my world. I can say it like singular is a person with one. Okay, another thing is when I say personality in those words, please remember what I said, that I'm not versed in the terminologies and those things. So just with personality, I mean the thing that makes you you. The moods, as we call it. Sometimes you're happy, sometimes you're sad, sometimes angry, sometimes your emotions. All those things makes part of your mind. I think also forms part of personality of who you are. Okay, so that's what I mean with personality. Um, a singular verb, one personality, is the so-called, well, for lack of a better word, normal people. I don't like to use the word normal, but yeah, the the standard issue that normal people with one personality, they are singular. Then you get the people with multiple personalities, and that's a thing that a lot of people know. Multiple personality disorder. It's in the movies, it's everywhere. So when people hear anything except bipolar or depression, then they think, oh, that's what it's got 16 personalities. No. So a person with multiple personality disorder is like got a plural verb to it, if you understand what I'm saying. Um, okay, so if you're asking, okay, but how can you not be singular, but you're also not plural? Where do you fit in? And that, my friends, is the bane of my existence. Where do we fit in? We don't fit in. We only fit in with other borderline people. No, I don't know. That doesn't really sound right when I say it. So I'm just saying, yeah, I've got a better idea. Let's uh, let's not use grammar. Let's use animals. I love animals. Animals is actually perfect. Should have started with that. Um, you get different birds. You get a person's personality has got many aspects, right? Like I said earlier, different moods, for instance, different aspects is the only word I could think of. And if you can put it this way, that every aspect, every mood would be a different animal. Okay. Then you can say, this is now speaking about the normal people, as we call them. I'm sure I can find a better word. Maybe I should say, well, this is a mental disorder. So I suppose it's a, okay, the mentally ordered people. That is what I'm going to call them. It's probably not, it's probably wrong in so many ways. But for lack of a better word, I'm going to say your normal everyday person would be a mentally ordered person. There we go. Anyways. So let's say the mentally ordered person, let's call him Exhibit A. Exhibit A has got one personality, right? Okay. So with different aspects, different moods. He's got his responsible and his self-control, self-disciplined aspect, which you can maybe say is an owl. He's got his dark side, his angry side, dark, makes noise. That's maybe a crow. Um, he's got a gentle, caring side that you might say is a, I don't know about a gentle, caring bird. Let's just say he's got different aspects. The one is an ostrich, the one is an owl, the one is a crow, the one is a swan, whatever. Ostrich, other one is an ostrich, whatever. Okay, so, but in the end of the day, they still form one thing. They are birds. They're not exactly the same, but they have a lot in common. They have an owl has got more in common with an ostrich than, for instance, with a fish, if you get my point. So all the aspects can be classified under one name, birds. Okay, so birds can communicate with one another. I assume that. But they are born to communicate. It's natural for them to communicate with one another. If there's a crow and a dove and an owl sitting next to each other in a tree, I'm relatively sure they'll be able to communicate. Not gossip, chatter like people, but you know what I'm saying. Okay. But they can communicate. So they form one, they are birds. So that is Exhibit A's personality. He's a bird. Okay. Exhibit B might be a fish, with the different aspects being a shark, a dolphin, and a snook. You know what I'm saying? It's different angles, that person, exhibit B, might be a fish. So each mentally ordered person has got a category. They have one personality. Okay. The opposite of that is multiple personality disorder. That's people with 5 personalities, 10 personalities, or 60 personalities, however many personalities whoever has. Multiple personalities. Exhibit C has got 5 personalities. Every personality is still a personality in its own. Sure, they all live in one person, but it's 5 different personalities. When he is Jason, he might be fish. When he is Jonathan, he might be, I don't know, a dog or whatever. But each personality is a complete personality. So he still has multiple personalities. Okay. Then you get us. The aspects of my personality, for example, would be a goose and a parrot and a clown and a shark and a wolf and a phoenix and a fairy and a rock. Obviously, we all have a lot of aspects. I was just using 1 or 2 with exhibit A, B, and C. But so there's just some of them is real to me. Some of them is just examples that I'm using. I shouldn't say real to me. I should say some of them apply to me in a personality way. That the wolf is definitely one of my moods. I don't want to say moods, but the wolf is one of my aspects. The owl is one of my other aspects. There's the parrot. There's the clown. Different aspects. Here's the thing. Not one of them. Okay, I shouldn't say not one of them. None of them can be classified in one category. Some of them are alive. Some of them, like rock, is not a living thing. Some of them is mythical. Some of them is real. Some can fly, some can fish, some can swim. Sorry. Well, some can fish, if you think of an eagle or whatever. But this is my point. None of the aspects is one. So I'm just starting to think maybe this video is too long. Okay, but anyways, I'm almost done anyway. So all of these aspects cannot communicate. They are not born to communicate. Sure, a human being can communicate with a dog. Excuse them. They do not know that I'm recording a video. I can teach a dog to sit, lie down, roll, all those kind of things. But we're not really communicating. So my aspects of my personality are not born to communicate. They don't communicate naturally. They are not one. They don't form one. So I don't have one personality. But I also don't have many personalities. But there is, all the aspects of the personality is there. But it's not one anymore. It's like before you bake a cake, You get eggs and you get milk and you get flour and all the different things. After you made it, put it together, whatever, you get a cake. I'm not a cake yet, I'm still an ingredient. So that's the best way I can think of explaining it. For now, this is part one of my videos, of my vlog, whatever you call it. Well, it's actually part two. The first one was the introduction. But I hope it's okay. Please forgive me again if I use the wrong terminology, those kind of things. And let me know what you think. And I hope you're going to share this with your friends. Please share this with people. I'm not saying, even if you don't like it, just share it with people, please, because you might not like it, or you might not find any truth in what I'm saying. But I'm hoping, I really am hoping that somewhere out there there's somebody who does get what I'm saying. Okay. Enjoy your day, guys. Bye.